Hello viewers, welcome back to my YouTube channel Inside Geography with Saad Rahoojo. The topic we are going to discuss today is the essential map elements. So this is the second part of maps, or you can say cartography, because in previous lecture we discussed about the introduction or the background of the map. So today we'll discuss the essentials of the map. So this particular topics, which I have written here, the essential map elements. So it can be titled in different way. You will find in the books the different titles under the different headings. Sometimes it is being said the essentials of maps. Sometimes it is being written the elements of map. Somewhere it is being written. It is being written as the map parts or the parts of map. Sometime it has been written the key components of the map. So, so these all components are elements, are essential or basic components. They all are the same. So, these elements they are the integral part of the map. So, if you don't find these elements in the map, so we are not going to call that the true map. So these are those things which differentiate, which separate the map from other things such as the image or sketch or any photograph or any, I would say anything which is in visual form. So map, all the maps, or especially the cartograph map, they contain these all elements. So this topic is the part of cartography, and you know cartography is the scientific study of map making. So in this subject you learn everything about the map. So let's go to the topic and discuss in detail what are these essential or basic of the map. So before going to the basics elements of the map, let's discuss. Maps are the vital tools to understand the spatial characteristic of Earth and the geographic data in a visualized format. You understand, you know about the what does mean by the map. So map actually is the geographical data which is always in a visualized form, in an image form, I'll say. So the maps become important document for the viewers to understand and communicate geographic information. So map is always been a very important topic, important documents because it is giving you lots of information which is related to geography even. So it's very important for us to understand what does mean by the map. So let's go to the essentials, basic essentials of the map. So the cartographic elements play an important role in describing map details. Number of elements are commonly used on a map layout for proper map understanding or the reading. So these, as I told you, these elements are very important, which help viewers, which help us to understand exclusively about the maps or what is being shown in the map. So until unless these things are not being present in the maps, we are unable to understand the map or understand their geographic data comprehensively. So some maps contain all 8 elements while other maps use only few of them. So if you look at the number of these elements, there can be lots of elements or these essentials. So it is not important that we use these essentials or element in a one map, these all essential in one map. It depends on the type of map or the purpose of map. ये जरूरी नहीं है कि ये जो essential हम डिस्कस करेंगे, ये जो एलिमेंट्स आ रहे हैं वो एक मैप में हों, मगर इनका होना जरूरी है. ये डिपेंड करता है कि आपका जो मैप है उसका ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है, उसका पर्पस क्या है और किस किस्म का मैप है. बिकॉज यू नो sometime the whole earth has been written on the map, and sometime you are being showing some parts or some characteristic of the earth. So it's been depending on that. So there are lots of elements we have numbered here. So I will discuss with you the important elements which are being key for the maps. So following are some of the common elements. One of them like the title, legend, direction, distance, label, a grid, an index, and citation. There could be others also. I have also mixed or amalgamate the direction and north arrow. Sometimes you may find in the books the direction and north arrow are being separately explained or being described. So let's go one by one these elements and how they are being given on the map and what are the purposes of these elements. Yeah, and if we are being not finding these elements, so what could be the difference there? So number one is the title of the map. So the title of the map is one of its vital features. It is the keyword that grabs the reader's attention. Title has always been important. So once you look at the map and you see the title of the map, you almost understand what does mean about that map, or what that map is telling you. जब आप टाइटल किसी का देख लेते हैं तो you almost understand that, तो उसमें ही आपको पता चल जाता है कि इस मैप में क्या होगा या इस मैप का मकसद क्या है. So the map title should reflect the purpose of map. And yes, so once you see the title of the map at the top of the map, you easily understand the purpose of that map. So the title is usually based on the information being displayed in your map. It usually includes your theme and geographic location. So what things are being shown by the title? Two things. One is the theme. So this is the theme of your map, and then the location. So if you look at, I have two maps. One is the world political map. So if you look at the title of the map, you can easily understand this is all about the political map of the world. And here there's another map which is telling us the physical features of India or India Pakistan. So look at, so these are the physical features of India and Pakistan. So you can understand from the title of the map, because it's showing being the theme. What is the theme? Theme is the physiography or physical feature of this map. And this is the geographical location. When we say India, it's showing you or giving you the geographical location or politicality of that gap. So number second is the legend. What does mean by the legend? So legend is the principal reference to the map symbol. So the legend serve as the decoder for the symbology in the data frame. Therefore, it is also commonly known as the key. Actually, legend is being, in other words, is being considered the key of the map, because the things which are you've been finding in the maps, they are being reprinting in the legends, So these are being reprinted by, or illustrated by, explained by the legends. So with the help of symbols or colors, whatever you call. So this is the legend. So look at we have a different colors of different things, and these legends are being classified with the basis of this color, and again the name is being given to them. So legends tell the map reader what the polygons, lines, or points or grid cells represented. So whatever, if you have a polygons, points, or line or grid cells, they will let you know what does mean. So because in legends, those are being pointed out. So the legend lists the symbol used on a map and what they depict. These symbols should appear in legend exactly as they are found in the body of the map and described clearly and fully. Another issue is that once you are being giving the legends in the on the map, you need to properly arrange them in a very clear way. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप उसको आप disorder में रखें. You need to put it in order for the better understanding, for the understanding of the viewers. तो वो ये यहाँ पे देना बहुत जरूरी है कि you need to put in order, and it should be clean and clear, and these legends should clearly illustrate what is being shown or what is being described for that purpose. So sometimes the necessary information is put in a caption or subsumed by textual annotation placed directly on the body of the map. Sometimes whatever the people, the cartographer who's making the maps, they either put the caption on these legends, and also sometimes they are giving some textual information. कहीं-कहीं उस पे कुछ लिखते भी हैं, more detail, कुछ और detail भी ले, और कहीं-कहीं caption भी देते हैं. But it depends. So key legend is considered being the key of the maps. Then comes the direction and the north arrow. You might get it take it as separately, because direction has been taken separately and north arrow also been taken separately. But the purpose of both direction north arrow is the same. So direction is shown on a map by using compass rose. This is the compass rose. The compass rose shows the direction of map so that map readers can relate those directions to the real world. Sometimes a compass rose will just show north. The purpose of north arrow is for orientation. This allows the viewer to determine maps related to the due north. So what does it mean? That maps mostly because we have been describing either whole earth or part of earth, we need to show to the world that in what direction that is, what is the direction, because you are being shown something else. So direction is very important, so we use the compass rose for the direction. So it is very important. And if you look at the in the past, people didn't give any sort of attention to this problem, because if you're not giving the north arrow in the map or any direction the map, it's been confusing for the viewers, for the readers, that where could be the right direction, because you need to ascertain the east, west, north and south direction of the map. So once the direction is being given, means this arrow is being given, you can see here this north arrow, since it's been given in the map, on the maps, you can easily understand. So most probably north arrow will be given at the top of the map. So now comes the scale. Scale is very important. The scale explains the relationship of data frame extend to the real world. The description is a ratio. This can be shown either as a unit to unit or one measurement to another measure. And now scale is very important in the map. So if you're not giving the scales, most probably it will not be called a true map. So because our earth is three-dimensional, while we are showing or representing earth or part of earth or any place on flat piece of paper or on the screen of the computer, it is two-dimensional. वो two-dimensional है, while earth is a three-dimensional. तो उसको आप किस तरह show करेंगे? And the earth is so gigantic, so big, और हमारे पास जो paper है so small. So you need to bring the earth or part of earth on small piece of paper. तो उसके लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? You need to get the help from the scale. तो आप उसमें scale देते हैं. अब scale क्या होता है? Ratio होता है. What is the actual distance in the real world on the ground, and that you bring on the piece of paper by taking its ratio. So how it's been representing here? So therefore a scale showing one representing 10,000 means every one paper map unit, कोई भी unit हो, चाहे एक unit जो हम paper पे use कर रहे हैं, वो 10,000 unit के बराबर है ground पे. तो 10,000 ground distance, उसको हम एक unit लेके paper पे represent करें. So the scale is very important on the map, so we can easily ascertain not only the distance but the area of that feature or that place of the earth. Distance and scale can be indicated in a variety of ways on a map, in a verbal, numerical or graphical form. So what I will make another video on the scales, type of scale, and how scales are being used, are being represented on the map. So a scale bar is used to measure the distance. So this is the scale bar you mostly see on the map. So here, if you look at this is the physical map of Pakistan. You also see the north arrow here. This is the scale. This is scale giving us the about the distance and area of that place. Now comes the labels. Labels are the words that identify a location. They show places, streets, river establishment with a specific names and can also be used to represent something if there is only one of it, instead of making up a symbol to just represent one thing. So most sometimes you see on the maps these type of features or signs, we call them the labels. So these are the different things, either if you take the map of any, what you say, any town, any street, or any city or anything, these labels will give you some different data. So if there is any restaurant or cinema, any road or anything, so each labels, they are showing something, and they have some sort of data in the information. Then comes the grid and index. Not all maps used a grid or an index, but rarely helps in finding location. So a grid and index are common in the atlas and on the road map. So actually, these are the grids, grids or index. They are being made with the help of lines, which are called lines of latitudes, lines of longitudes, and lines of latitude. So not all the maps they contain these grid or index, but these are being used for the purpose of location, to find the location, exact location of any place. So they are being used. So a grid represent a series of horizontal and vertical lines, which are called longitudes, running across the map, whereas index help map reader and find perpendicular location by following the numbers and letters in the grid. So these lines contain numbers or the letters, whatever you've been depending in the map. So, but more probably this is for the location, for the purpose of the location of sometimes grids or index are being substantially being represented by the arrow, north arrow. So if you have a north arrow, you can easily understand the, what you say, the location on the direction of that place. But if you are being using the grid and index, it is showing you the exact location and some other information. So not most maps are being using these. Now comes the citation. Citation are called the metadata. The citation portion of the map constitute the metadata description of the maps. So this is the area where explanatory data about the data sources and currency projection information. It is a summary of the data and information about the map. So this is the metadata. Metadata, it's all about the information of that map. So once you have been making any maps, you also give the information about that map. So the data which you got, so you can tell you can show to the readers that the data you have got, so what are the source of that data and what type of that data is. So it is all being included the metadata. Metadata is important. उसमें आपको पता चलता है कि ये डेटा कहाँ से मिली है, कहाँ से आई है, and what type of projection is being used. So whatever the maps you are being making, or what type of projection you have used there, or source of data. If you have been given, I have got this data from that institute or from that country or from that source, you need to give the name of that institute. So metadata is important. It helps us to understand exclusively about the map, and also you can certain or control the information. So if the data is not being of being of a true background, you might have doubts on that map. So this metadata clears the doubt regarding the source of the map making. So this was all about the elements of the maps. So without this, you can't say it is the true cartographic map. There are also been other elements which are being discussed in different books. Some people also been including the frame, map frame. So when you are been making any maps, you need to give the border line to that map. So this is also being included into the essentials or basic components of the map. So but the component which are being discussed here, they are so common. There could be also other. Some people, they also give their names. The cartographer, they put their names at the last corner of the map, and they also been showing or putting the date, then what date that map was made, because it's all sometime date is also very important, because when you are doing research, you want to understand any phenomena, geographic phenomena. Even you can, let's say, take the example of the population. So if there's no any date on that map, you can't be able to understand that on what date that data was being, certain or being got. So once the date is being put on the maps, so you can understand it is 1980 or is 2010. So afterward, you can easily understand about these things. So it was all about the elements or essential map. I hope what we discussed, you understood that, and it was easily and very simply what to say, the explained. So if you like my videos, please subscribe this channel for more videos. I'll continue make videos for you people. So we have a more and more information and knowledge about the geography. So till then, take care of yourself. We will meet you in next video.